Hey guys, welcome to the Tech is Hard podcast. Today we are talking about celebrity podcasts.
And we're talking about a dream studio wish list.
And YouTube memberships.
And also, is Apple's MagSafe just a money-making scheme?
Ooh, so let's get into it. All right, welcome back to another beautiful podcast here on the Tech is Hard podcast channel.
Yo!
My name is Danny Black, and joined with me is the very popular YouTuber ZANDER'S.
We're both
from the
very,
channel ZANDER'S.
We're both very popular at the moment, Danny.
We're both very popular. Yeah, together we're doing it. We're doing it together.
Channel
seems together. You're in UK. I'm in Brisbane, Australia.
Oh,
I feel weird saying that because I should say the name of your town, and I always forget it because it's like a really not town kind of town, isn't
the trouble,
it?
Yeah, I'm not in a city, so it's hard to say where I am. It's like I'm in the middle of a few. I mean, the actual little town I live in is called King Swinford.
So now people know they'll be able to find you because there's only like 4 people living in
Yeah,
I'm
one of the 4 people that live in
How
King
do you say
Swinford.
it?
King Swinford.
King Swim Ford?
Swin. Actually,
Swin.
it's where the king used to keep his pigs, so it's as in swine. So it's King Swine.
That's flattering,
Ford.
isn't it? That must be very flattering.
King as in king, swine as in pig, and then Ford as in a little river. There you go.
There we go. Brisbane, I have no idea why it's called Brisbane. I was actually wondering that today. I was thinking about names like Sydney, and I'm like, it's so weird to think of how names got their names, and then you're just used to it. Even like Xander, Alexander, it's just, Danny, whatever.
I know, the only other one I know is Antwerp. I know how Antwerp got its name. That's an interesting story, but maybe keep that for another episode.
Well, listen, this is episode number 8 here, and we are very happy to we're doing this every week. And it's been great so far. The pre-pods are almost done. We have 3 more episodes, including this one. And then we take a 2-week break, come back with actual season 1, which is going to be very fun.
Season 1 official.
If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, help this channel grow. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, welcome as well. We'll try to keep this, how do you say this? We'll try to talk through all the visual stuff we do.
Yeah, because
I'm trying not to look at Xander so that I can pretend like it's just audio only.
We have to remember that there's people listening and watching, and it's really hard to remember the two.
Yes.
But we're getting better at it every episode. So, smash, follow, all the things you do.
We have some fans, and we will, at the 10th episode, we will kind of look back on the latest, the last 5 episode comments.
Yeah, we've got
and so if you want to, over on YouTube, come over to YouTube. Our YouTube channel is blowing up. If you're listening, our YouTube channel is blowing up. It is huge. It is blowing up. So you want to come over and check that out and be a part of that blowing upness. So what's going on with your channel right now, Xander?
Phone case videos seem to just do really well. I don't know why, whether it's I include the iPhone 12 in the title or what it does at the moment because it's trending, but I don't know. That's what seems to be working, and like we were talking before the episode, you've got to do what works to get to that point that we want to get to anyway, and then you can start other stuff. But
that's right. You got to give the people what they want. That's what I said. Yeah,
that's what
give the people what they want.
Yep.
And that's very important. Yeah. So your video, the latest video you did was like the phone case. And how is that going?
It did like 130 views overnight, which is quite good for my channel. It's like 1 of 10 of the ranking. So you're talking about the ranking. Your video did pretty well of that Max mod as well. That was 1 of 10.
Well,
Did you pay any attention to that?
Yeah. Well, I think that's an actual cool thing that they brought out on YouTube. But I feel like we need to tell people, if this is the first time, we're YouTubers. We love to talk about YouTube. We love to talk about tech and gear and problems with it. I think we focus on the positive, but tech is hard sometimes, and that's kind of how we got it. I felt like I needed to say that just in case people don't know. If you're interested in the YouTube kind of stuff or social media, we'll probably get into other social media, especially next week when my wife will be the guest.
Yep, Emma.
So that's gonna be exciting.
Oh,
yes,
Emma.
Got to pay the big bucks for that one.
Yeah.
So YouTube started doing this as for creators on your homepage. It gives you like the ranking by views. So, like, if you post a video, it's like in the last, so many hours or
28
however long
days.
it's been out. It's just like it knows over the last 10 videos, or the last bunch of videos you've done.
Yeah.
It's how it's performed
well it's
compared to
performing.
those.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And so, I made a video about the Max Lens mod after I made this scooter review video, and I was like, you know what, that footage was so good. I needed to tell that story, especially because I let Scott Davies, shout out to Scott Davies. He's probably listening to this, and he was like, I don't need that Max Lens mod. I don't think I need it. And I was like, well, try this. And I gave him that footage, and he literally showed me. He's like, dude, just ordered it.
Dude,
and I was like, I got to make a video about that.
The more I watch that GoPro footage, the more I want the GoPro 9. I really, really want the GoPro 9, especially that Max mod. It's amazing the stabilization, how much it improves compared to what the example you made against the 7. And I was like, the 7's ace. I love the 7. Showing the 7 on screen if you watch it on YouTube, and I just love it. But with the Max Lens mod compared to that, it's just no comparison.
It's no comparison, man.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And like, I took the GoPro and stuck it out the window going over the Sydney Harbor Bridge. And listen, I have stuck GoPros out windows many times. And this was footage where I was like,
going then.
Yes, I've stuck. Yes, many times. Listen, but I watched it back and I was mesmerized. I was like, "This looks so good. How does it look that good?"
Crazy.
And there's even one where like showing the buildings just driving through, and it was like it has this wide field of view, but it doesn't give that crazy fisheye look.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the cool things. So, dude, I'm pumped about it. But yeah, that video, it has, it's doing 1 of 10. Like, listen. I don't know how to say it, but like I have 521 views, and that's a lot of views for me.
Yeah, it's just crazy which videos. You don't expect the videos that you do, the ones that pop, you don't expect to pop. It's just like, you spend hours and hours on editing on these videos and think this is going to do really well. People love this video.
So many hours.
And then I spent maybe 5 hours on that phone case video yesterday. It's a long time, but it was just a simple video, and it will pop. I know it will. It'll be on 10,000 views before you know it. So the one I did about these cases are really nice cases from Incipio. It's got like 28,000 views in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So they do really well.
It was a good video. I mean, like your case videos, I feel like you're coming to your own. Like you're learning how to make good case videos. Like they're entertaining. Like you're not overly entertaining. You're not like trying to like.
I know what people. I've listened to what people want over the last few. Over the last year, I've listened to the comments, and I'm trying to include that in every video. So people are saying, what about the protection on the lip? What about the scratch resistance? What about this and that? And I try and include that now. So you got to learn from your lessons and learn from the people, what the people are commenting about the video. Yeah. And could
you imagine you could milk one of those case videos into like 7 videos where it's like, here's the case, here's the design. By the way, subscribe because tomorrow I'm going to be showing the scratch resistance of this case, and you make a whole completely different video on everything because
definitely.
then people will search this case plus scratch resistance or this case plus whatever, and then you all of a sudden dominate it because you're all over the place. I think that's what I'm doing right now. Actually,
that's what I'm going to do with that case. People are asking, does it work with MagSafe? And because I didn't have the MagSafe at that time, I didn't include it in the video. But I'm going to do another 1 minute. I'm going to bring 1 Minute Wednesdays back, where I can cover these kind of subjects quickly to say, and then include them every week. That's what I'm going to do.
And it's never 1 minute, is it?
No, it's never 1 minute. That's a joke. But I think when it comes to videos like that, you've got to use a bit of Google search as well. This is another interesting, maybe a subject for another episode, but to deep dive into it. But using Google search and actually searching on Google for the Incipio case before you make a video, and it brings up search terms, and you can get video ideas out of just those search terms on Google and YouTube.
You know what's interesting too? I want to bring up a tip, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe we haven't talked about this, but I was talking to Twinkie a while back, and he was saying something like, "There's this channel over the last like 3 years. They have 18 videos, and every video is like 75,000 and higher."
Yep.
And then I started thinking, like, what if you went through your channel and like you went through the least popular videos and you just unlisted them? You're like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of the videos that, I mean, except for the new ones that need time.
Yeah.
But the videos that have been just sitting there and they do nothing for your channel. What if you got rid of those so like it looks more like, hey, Xander has 100 videos and he gets this many views per video, like that's ridiculous. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the perception, could that help? And even play to the algorithm, because then you have, more videos getting views than videos that aren't getting views. So that's an interesting tip. That might be, it might be something I might try out to see, and then I'll report back. So
I think there's arguments for both sides of that. Like I like to see the fact that I've uploaded 400 plus videos. So I don't know if that helps as well, that you've done so many videos and you've uploaded so many hours of content.
Yeah,
that could sort of help you as well. Right, but I understand what you're saying. People go onto your channel and go, wow, he's got 50 videos and they've all got over 10,000 views. This guy must be really
you just
good.
keep the really good one. It's like, recording an album with a band, and you record 30 songs.
Yep.
And then you get rid of, like, you just have the best 10 songs for that. Weird reference to bring up, but
yeah, but I think the songs that you don't play and the ones that the people don't listen to and the hardcore fans do listen to, maybe those are the ones that really mean a lot.
We just keep them for that, the unreleased stuff. But like all the live streams I did on YouTube, most of the live streams, there's maybe like a handful that I've kept on, but for the most part, I've actually unlisted all my live streams on my YouTube channel.
Right.
And like when I did July way back when, after I was done, I was like, it was cool, but I'm just going to unlist it because I don't see people going back to watch them. And like, I wouldn't watch them.
No,
I mean, actually, I would watch them later on, but that's why you unlist it, because it's still there and you can put it in a playlist. Yeah. But I don't know.
I miss the live streams. I was actually tempted over the last few weeks to do a live stream, but I just don't think it helps the channel to grow. I think it has a negative effect.
You know what? Okay, so you're right, because I did 2 live streams. Yeah. Actually, I did 3 live streams this past weekend playing music. 2 on my Facebook page. Different days. But 1 I did on my Facebook page, and then immediately went over to my YouTube channel, music channel, and did a live stream there to get people to come over. I noticed so many problems. I didn't change any of the settings, and it was like buffering and dropping all the time. I had to like stop it, start it, and then I ended up stopping it and then making it like half, like less than 720p, I think. Okay. And that was fine, but then I was like, is this I don't know, like Facebook just does better for me on live streams.
Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should start doing some live streams on my Facebook YouTube page instead of doing it on YouTube. Maybe I should do that.
Do you have any followers on your Facebook?
I've got about 50. Yeah, I could get a few people watching, but maybe I should do that.
That's true. Well, I mean, listen, I don't want to sell you off of YouTube, because I mean, you could do a live stream on YouTube and do great. I just think that like I was cleaning up my office. I do this all the time. Like I'm like doing stuff. Like I had my setup like, okay, now I can have some guy over here to play the piano, and then he's got a camera and he's got a screen, and I just find that like you do more work and nobody cares. Like it's not like that. Like maybe some people appreciate it for a little bit, but you don't do any work at all, and you just have something to talk about or play a song or whatever, and people care. Like they don't need to see all these graphics and stuff. No, it's just go live and
keep it simple.
I mean, intros and like little videos that you can cut to, I think that's cool. But like overlays on the screen, I think maybe that's not what you need anymore.
I think it just distracts from the content, and you're overthinking it sometimes. But I think like little, you can share your screen anyway to add to the video to the live stream, and maybe just one intro and outro, and that's enough. You don't need all the overlays and stuff, because it just takes so much time and you just get nothing back from it. But on the note of work, should we take a break?
Did you want to talk about about your you brought up the MagSafe, and I know you wanted to talk something about that, and we do have time for that.
Oh, okay. MagSafe, I was going to do a whole video on this because I just don't know if it's a obviously it's a money-making scheme from Apple. They're doing it because they wouldn't do it if it wasn't going to make them money. But I've got the things I hate about it and things I like about it. I'm going to do a video about this, so if you're not subscribed to ZANDER'S, go and check the channel out. There's going to be a video about this soon. And you can't take the lead out of the actual charging pad. So if this lead breaks, you've got to buy the whole thing again.
And if you're in America and you're not watching, a lead is the cord.
Oh,
that plugs in.
Sorry.
I like lead. I think lead's good. I've
Lead.
been
This is
assimilated to lead.
It's a lead, and it's only 1 meter long as well. It's not very big, so you can't take this out of there for a start, which is disappointing. The one thing I do like about it is it's quite heavy. So when if you've got your phone on the bedside table and you unplug it with a normal lead, it generally falls off onto the floor. This stays on the bedside table because there's enough weight keeping it there, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, obviously Apple are going to go to.
Why don't you like it? I'm confused.
It gets hot as well, really hot. The phone does when charging with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the fact that they're taking the port out. I think they're going to do that next year. They're going to take the port out totally. You're going to have one of these things, and they're not cheap. They're nearly £40. So it'll be like 80. Well, how are they in Australia? $80. $80 dues. They're expensive.
I'm okay with them taking the port out.
You are?
And here's why. I have the 6, and the reason I actually had to upgrade from the 6 was the port would get like lint and crap in there, and then I couldn't charge it. I still have to like force it a weird way to charge it.
Okay.
I use this just for music on like background music for the streams.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one I noticed that it's starting to do that on this one. It's not sorry.
Swallowed a bug.
Yeah, so I could, if they do it better, I think that's that could be cool. If
you're not using a case as well, though, this thing, the outside of it is metal, so it's going to be scratching the back of your phone as well over a period of time. That's the other thing that's going to happen. You can imagine you're taking this on and off your phone. I'll show you. Whoops, sorry.
Yeah. He's sticking it to his phone at the moment. If you're listening,
showing on the if you're not on YouTube. So you imagine that doing it 100,000 times, it's going to scratch.
Without a
the
case.
Phone. Yeah, it's going to scratch the phone over time. I don't know.
How hard is it? Can you hold it up with just the magnet?
With the official Apple case, you can. Yeah.
Oh, that's the Apple case. Yeah.
That's the official.
So
Apple
with the other
case.
cases, you can't.
But with the other cases, it charges, but it doesn't hold the phone with any sort of strength. No.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you something. I know that we're kind of running along on this first segment, but the Apple case, do they have extra little stuff in the case?
Yeah. Okay. So inside,
so that helps it charge a little bit better.
For those of you that are watching on YouTube, I'll show. There's like a ring.
Oh, there's a ring in the case. Yeah, I see it.
You see it? And,
yeah. Okay.
There's another ring of magnets in there just to add the strength to the magnet.
Okay. I did want to. I'll bring up another thing about Apple later on. I'm getting annoyed with some of the stuff with Apple. Like, I love Apple stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The annoyance. Of course, you're gonna have annoying things. So I'm not like hating on it. But let's get into all that stuff after we take a little break. Let's take a break.
Let's go.
All right, we're back from the break. That was a good break.
Back.
Did you enjoy that break, Xander?
It's lovely. I got cold coffee and Danny's got cold beer. So it wasn't so good for me, but it was great for Danny.
Yes. By the way, did you notice the aspect ratio from the last video, the last podcast?
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
We talked about
comments.
aspect ratios. So I was like, you know what? Let's change the aspect ratio on this one. And a few comments you said?
Yeah, especially my ultra fan, Paul Macefield, noticed he was watching it on his widescreen PC monitor and he said it looked amazing. So, yeah, stick to that.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully this will look better back in the home base and not at a hotel in Sydney.
Yeah.
And, so speaking of podcasts, did you notice that there's a lot of celebrities that are doing podcasts now? Like,
I feel like I'm out of touch. Which bit works so hard. I'm out of touch on all the news. Tell me about it. Who's making new podcasts? You got to tell me, Danny. Cause
if you were an actor, I would not buy that. No, actually, I know that you don't know much about it, but do you follow Joe Rogan at all? Joe Rogan's not
Joe
necessarily...
Rogan, yeah. I love
He's
Joe.
had it for a while, so it's not like he's just starting it out. But like Drew Barrymore, she has a podcast now, and it's like a show. It's like the Not So Morning Show, but like it's like a show, but she does it on YouTube, and I find it. It's good. Sorry. It's good. I kind of want to. I want to like it. Like the effort's there. It's a well produced show.
Yeah.
But then you look at it because it's a new thing. She gets not many views for like as a celebrity. Like
Really?
she gets like maybe 4,000 views per show.
Is it on YouTube? Is it?
Yeah, you want to check it out? Check it out right now.
Yeah, I just want to look at it. Yeah, but have you watched that new film on Netflix with her and Adam Sandler called Blended?
No, is that good?
Drew Barrymore. Yeah, I watched it last week with my son, and it's a really good film, really funny, really nice, like heartwarming family film as well. Mixed with comedy, but she just doesn't look like she's aged a year. She looks really good.
Yeah. She was in the Santa Clarita Diet. Did you ever see that on Netflix? That was a TV show.
I did know about it, but I never.
She's she's a zombie or something. It's a great show.
Okay, so she got 185.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on a second. I just saw she's got 1.5 million views on. Well, that's a video from September 25th. Yeah, I don't know. I watched it.
So one day ago, 2.2k views.
Yeah, so she's got some popular ones from a while back, but yeah, you just think that like she'd post a new video and she'd get a lot. Like I like her. I think she's great. I want her to succeed, but it's so weird to see like a celebrity like that do a YouTube show and get so little views. You know what I mean?
Maybe we should have her on our podcast just to give her that little boost.
Promote her.
Yeah, promote her.
Well, we just did promote her, so we're all good. All right.
Yeah, true.
That's so funny.
I'll reach out to Drew and see if she wants to come out on this show. We like
I definitely want to get some good guests in the new season for sure.
Definitely.
And I think we'll have to have more guests more often. I don't know, because the guests are a lot of fun. I'm excited for next week to have Emma.
Yeah,
on.
we've got a good guest coming up. We've got Emma coming on. Hip hip hooray.
Have you heard of Ron Burgundy, by the way?
Yeah.
You know who he is?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you don't know who it is.
No, I do. Yeah, from the Anchorman. What's it called? The Anchorman. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He's got a podcast. Like not Matt. Wait, gosh, what is his name? Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Yeah.
It's not him. Like it's him as Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
And Ron Burgundy actually has a podcast on Apple Podcast.
Awesome.
It's actually so he plays that part of Ron Burgundy the whole time.
Right.
And it's not good. It's not good.
Oh, it's not.
Like,
okay.
I want it to be good, but he's got like an assistant. It's just I don't know if you've ever seen any of these. If you even like you're thinking of like a podcast right now that celebrities doing, let us know. I would love to see more of that. But the Tom Green has one. Tom Dillon. Joe Rogan's had one for a while, but. It's just
I feel like Kevin James has started all this off with the celebrities doing YouTube and podcasts. Well,
Kevin James does it a different way. He does those videos that are just awesome, and he's got like a full production.
Yeah.
Like I did not know that I wouldn't need that. Like a lot of his videos, I'm like I just thought it was gonna be so like his kid or something with a camera, but he's got like the full crew.
It's a full film crew, and I know that I listened to a bit of a Gary Vee video the other day, and he actually advised Kevin James on how to get that going and how to promote it and how to start and stuff. So Gary Vee helped him with that.
Oh, nice.
And the production, I've watched some of the behind the scenes, is crazy. What they do is that's what unlimited budget gives you.
That's true. That'd be nice. And actually, we can roll that into the next segment here, which is you wanted to bring this one up. I'd like to hear what your thoughts on this. Yeah, go for it. What we're talking about?
Oh yeah, Dream Studio Tech. I can't afford. Yeah.
This is the pre-pods, by the way. We're gonna be way better starting season one.
I was listening. Danny was going, and that rolls nicely into the next segment. I was like, yeah, does it? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about.
But how good did it roll into that?
You
just said unlimited budget,
and I just totally messed it up. I know. So Dream Studio equipment that I can't afford. I'm going to add a ... yet to the end of that sentence because that's what we're doing on here. We're working towards doing that. But I want one of those aperture lights. You know those really expensive aperture lights? I want one of those. They're like 1,000 English pounds, so $2,000.
Why are they so expensive?
Because they're just the best light. I feel like at the moment...
Is it the one where they have the giant softbox as well?
Yeah.
Like, I think that ruins it for me. Like, that takes up... I don't have enough room in this office to have a giant softbox. I mean, I've bought softboxes before, but yeah.
This is Dream Studio, remember?
Okay, Dream Studio.
So you're going to have a big studio for a start. You're going to have several of those really nice lights. I really want one of those Elderchrome sliders that you can get the amazing shots like iPhone does. And what else is it that I wanted? Oh, one of those stupid microphone, the MKBHD. I can never say that. MKBHD.
Xander's drinking coffee, by the way.
And I am, yeah.
MKBHD.
But he says it when at the start of his videos, and he goes, "Hi guys, MKBHD." I'm like, MKBHD. How do you do that? Anyway, Sennheiser 416. It is. It's
the shotgun microphone.
Yeah, I want one of those, but they're like ridiculous money as well. So what? If you had the choice, you could buy anything. What dream studio gear would you get for your studio?
You ready for this?
Go. Yep, I'm ready.
I want a receding, how do you say it? It's called a cassette air conditioner. It goes into your ceiling. I need an air conditioner in this office right now.
That doesn't make a noise.
Notice it, there is an air conditioner. It's going right at me, and I'm still getting sweaty. Like it is literally, it's like hitting me directly. This office is just really not well insulated, and there's no place to put like a air conditioning unit like in the wall. So there's one that you could put in the ceiling, and I think that's gonna be it.
So Danny, you could have any camera, any microphone, any dream studio gear you want, but no, Danny wants air conditioning.
It's the little things in life that I would rather be comfortable. And it's funny, like we talked about this last week, and it's like, if you got a bunch of money, what would you buy? And to be honest, like a lot of it's like, I'm not a rich person, I'm not a wealthy person, but I buy things when I need them, and I'll buy it. If I need it, I'll buy it. I mean, I buy stuff that I don't need sometimes, but I think I've gotten better at not doing that.
100%. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've bought in the past and sold because I just didn't need it, and I thought I needed it. But I've got a lot better as I get older. I've got a lot better of one, trying to save for stuff, and two, only buying stuff not when I want it, but when I naturally need it. So I think you learn that as you get with age. That comes with age.
But Dream Studio, let me tell you something.
Yep.
And my wife is probably listening right now because she'll be on the next episode. So we have like a garage right now. It's got nice high ceilings, and we're thinking about if we buy this house.
Yep.
Because we're renting at the moment, but maybe we'll move the garage somewhere else, and like that garage will be the studio space, and
nice.
It would probably be shared with her.
Yep.
So we could have like a little hula hoop area. She can have her desk. I'll have big setup, green screen, whatever. Like
that's cool.
Because she doesn't use it as much as I use it. Like she works somewhere else most of the time, so it'll be primarily me in there, and then if we're together, like I'll have my headphones on or whatever. But
that's cool.
I would love that. I think that would be great if we had something like that.
Well, that's what I do. I'm sitting in my garage at the moment, and I've sort of half converted it so it looks nice on a YouTube picture, but that side.
It does. It's funny that you don't like. You wouldn't notice. I never look at your videos and go like, I don't know. I always feel like you're in a studio space.
Well, I've made it into sort of a room in its own right, to be honest. But I do want to make it, convert it so it's a fully insulated and electric plugs properly and heated and stuff in here. So
if you said it was the dream studio that you can't afford, listen. If I had unlimited budget, it would be me hiring you and some of our other friends. Like, I don't need to hire Jay. Jay's already got his own thing going, but and Scott Davies, and we have our own like production studio where we know what people want on YouTube, and we make those videos. And we play the YouTube game.
There's buildings on the estate where I work full time, and as I walk past them every morning, and it says available to rent, and they're perfect glass front, new builds, really nice. It'd be perfect for a good YouTube studio. Yeah,
and I hate the fact that there are YouTubers like around, like not far from me. Mm-hmm. I don't want any more friends. I don't want any more YouTube friends. It's like, it's kind of funny. I don't know.
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody in this.
Have you searched it up? I bet you, I could probably try to find some friends and collaborate. It's just that like, that weird, I don't know.
weird.
I like
I'm
meeting
scared of-
organically versus like searching for someone and be like, hey, you want to
Yeah,
be my
I'm-
friend? You know,
I'm
like,
scared. I'm scared of meeting weird people as well. Like there's some weird folks
there's
out there.
a lot
I
of
don't
weird people
want
out
to
there.
attract weird people. But yeah, we've made some friends. I've got some friends in this country, but people that still live they may as well live in Brisbane. They're like at the bottom of the country or north or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're still far away.
maybe
It's
I
nobody
should
local.
do a little bit better job trying to find. Some
I've got no
creators in the
friends,
area,
man. I've got
but-
no friends.
I know. I feel that way. But yeah, so that would be my dream, is if we all had a space, and we talked about that
Yep.
a while back with Jay. A while back, dude. It's so funny to think 8 episodes in. That's 8 weeks. That's 2 months we've been doing this now.
Yes, 2 months, man. It's a long time, and yeah, it's going to be a long time going forward as well.
Dude,
we're already
I'm
planning.
into this. Listen,
We're already planning
why
next
would
year,
we not?
so-
Who cares if it doesn't succeed?
Definitely.
This is fun for us, and I enjoy just chatting this out. And yeah, so we're gonna take another break, and
Yep.
we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about some YouTube memberships. That sounds really boring when you bring it up like
Mhm.
don't leave yet. It's gonna get really
Don't
exciting.
go
okay? 'Cause
anywhere.
We're also gonna talk about some electric cars, and we're gonna talk about maybe some video ideas that we might have. I think,
Yeah.
or is that this week, or we'll see how much time we have. But
We'll see. We'll see.
we'll take that break, and we'll be back. All right, we are back from the break, and by the way, I feel like going forward that like those ad breaks will turn into like little commercials. People that want
Yeah,
to, pay
definitely.
for an ad or pay for promotion.
And it's not going to be expensive. It's going to be
At
I
the
don't know,
beginning, it will.
Give us
It will
20,
get expensive.
20 bucks. Give us 20 bucks, and you
Give
can
us
have
20 bucks. Give
10
us something-
seconds advert, and there's going to be at least 400 people watching. So you're going to get some kickback off it. So let us know. Hit us
Yeah.
up. Contact
Do you remember
description. will
on
be
the
down
Not So
below.
Morning Show, I got sponsored by like it was like Ready Pro Supply or something like that. It was like some
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of some website. They gave me a link, an affiliate
Yep.
link, and so I made an ad for that. That's
Mhm.
something we could do. Like if you get an
Ooh.
affiliate, let's make an ad for that. You know that could be something in the future as well.
Well, I'm
so.
going to make a note on our notes because that can be what we can talk about in the
Yes,
next episode.
that was gold, and
Affiliate
you don't want to
links.
forget.
No, 'cause
But
I will.
listen, I did hit the 10,000 mark last week on YouTube, and
Oh,
I'm already
yeah.
at 10,225, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Like in 1 week, 225 subscribers. So it is snowballing. But I did notice that I have this new thing. It's called memberships, and
Mhm.
you might have it too. I didn't know
No,
this, but
I've checked and I haven't.
you don't. So you know how to find
No.
it. You do have to go into your Creator Studio. You have
Yeah.
to go into monetization, and then you see
Yeah.
memberships up at the top. Right.
Yeah, it's not on there. I don't
Now-
think so.
They give me this thing at the top that says, our data suggests significant promotion and perks will be necessary to convert your viewers into members. And the reason why is only 3.4 of my views come from subscribers. So their point is you might want to wait till that gets up a little bit higher before you
Yep.
roll it out. And
Right.
I did, like, listen, I wanted memberships so bad, like, as it was going to be a music channel.
Yeah.
Because that would be like, dude, members only live streams where I play gigs. Like, that's the perks. Things like that. I don't know. I'm just curious as your thoughts, because I feel like you could bring out memberships, and I wouldn't even say Patreons as well. Like, some people can make money off of Patreon, but when you roll it out too soon, is that a bad thing, or is it smart to roll it out early?
I'm a little bit torn. I think maybe. I mean, obviously your percentage is higher than mine. My percentage is only 1.3% of people that watch the video subscribe.
I've
yours
lost
is 3.
mine went down, by the way, since I've started doing GoPro videos, because people just
Oh, okay.
Google it and find it.
Yeah. Maybe I think it's. I don't know. I'm torn. I think you need to get up to like 30%, 40% maybe people that watch your video subscribe, and then roll it out. I think. Yeah. I think there's arguments for both. Obviously, there's certain people that would obviously take the memberships up straight away. You'd get
Yeah.
at least 15, 20 people, I should imagine.
But I'm
apply
a
for
big
the
fan of, like,
memberships.
I want them to gain something from it. Like, if
Yeah.
they're a member, I want them to have, like, certain videos that are exclusive. I put a screenshot. I'm not going to put this as an overlay, but when you publish a video, there's actually a section, it's like private, unlisted, public. There's actually a section that says members only, everyone can find your video, but only members can watch it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That would be a great promotion. Like,
yeah.
Hey, you want to be a member? Like, dude, exclusive. It sounds really lame. Exclusive GoPro. The GoPro Hero 10 just came out. Only members can watch this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But I mean, also you've got that added pressure then of uploading once a week at least for your members for like a members only video. There's that certain amount of pressure that comes with it. And neither of us are full-time YouTubers yet, so I feel like maybe you have to be full-time or close to full-time to be able to do that and deliver that content to the members.
I could even, if I wanted to push that live stream music stuff for members only, that could be it. I feel like that would be the best advantage, but I think that I'm going to be underwhelmed, meaning like, especially now, a lot of people, you know, they weren't working for a while. So I don't want to roll out.
I'd be a member, Danny. I'd be a member. I'd watch your music streams every week.
Do you really? No,
I would.
Don't. You don't when they're free. Listen, I also think too on Patreon. It's funny. I was a Patreon supporter for Cody Wanner, and when he like quit his job and was like, "I'm doing YouTube full time," I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him $5 a month, which is that's nothing. But it like got me when Patreon showed me that Cody became a Patreon supporter for someone else, and I'm like, well, basically, I'm giving him money to give to someone else. That's how it like kind of felt to me, and I was like,
okay.
It was weird, like so.
That's weird.
Yeah, when you're like, you'd be a Patreon supporter of me or a member of mine. I don't know. I love the idea. I love you can have custom stickers and stuff like that. This has been my dream to get to that point for memberships, but I don't know enough about how to make members happy.
On the flip side, from my point of view, when I got to monetization on 1,000 subscribers, I was torn whether to actually even monetize because I didn't want the adverts like for. I wasn't sure whether I wanted adverts on my videos. I wanted the videos just to run organically and not have mid-roll. But now, after I monetized and the money I'm getting is helping, to be honest, to create other content for my channel.
That's true.
And
it adds up.
It does add up. It does really add up over the months. So on the flip side of the argument, why not take any money you're going to get from people?
That's okay. You're making a good point. And you know what? When I first started touring the U.S., I never had a tip jar out, and I was like, I never had one out. And then sometimes people would literally like put a tip jar out for me. Like they'd get like a pitcher and put it out and just throw money in because they wanted to tip me. And so I started, like, I probably went like 6 months without a tip jar. And then I was like, why am I not doing that? Because I was like, well, if I would get $20, that's kind of silly. But then over time, man, that added up. That was actually getting double what I was getting paid from the venue through tip jar. And I was like, why? Why didn't I do that? Yeah.
Well, it's a strange thing to ask for money off people.
It does feel weird, yeah.
It feels a little bit like charity sometimes, but people are generous, more generous than we give them credit for. And some people want to say, "Here, dude, well done. Here's $20 or whatever." So there are people out there. There's good people out there. It's not, the world's not all bad, like it seems like on the news. But why not? Why not take advantage of that option that you've got to earn a little bit more money if people are willing to pay for it?
Maybe we need to come back to this like in season 1, and then maybe even kind of help brainstorm some ideas of how I can turn that. And if you want to leave a comment and be like, hey, this is a great idea of what you can do to utilize that, I would be open to that. We'd read that and use that as well. I think that's it's very interesting. By the way, I was driving today and I saw a Tesla on the road and I was like, oh, there's a Tesla on the road.
Do you remember those days when you'd see a Tesla on the road and go, wow, look, it's a Tesla, but now they're just everywhere?
I don't actually think they're that good looking, to be honest. Like,
no, they're not good looking cars, but they just got that thing where you notice it, you know what they look like. They've got
stealth. They got a stealth kind of look to it. Like
Have you ever been to Holland? Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
No.
All
the windmills,
the
right?
Taxis, windmills. But all the taxis in Amsterdam are all Teslas, every single one. So that's an interesting fact for you. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about electric cars. I think it's definitely the way forward that we're going. In the UK, they're stopping producing. I don't know what it's like in Australia, Danny, but in the UK they're stopping to produce diesel and petrol cars in 10 years' time, 2030.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to produce them or sell them in the UK.
Well, I did have an interesting thought about electric cars because, well, for one, there's a lot of memes going around where it's like, hey, I'm driving an electric car. I'm doing so much for the environment. Let me plug in. And then it shows it plugged in. And then that's going to a diesel generator, which is basically like, what's the point? Okay. And then another one where it's like, then it's plugged in and then it's like this big cord going to this power plant where the smoke's going through. And it's just, that made me go, well, what's the point of, if that's true, then why, but then.
It is true.
But then I had this epiphany, if you will. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons why, the gas companies, like the people that provide the fuel for cars, the automobiles, they're not doing as good. And people are like, oh, it's because electric cars. It's like, no, it's because the combustion, the engines are getting so much more efficient that people don't need fuel as much. And so that made me think, okay, listen, electric cars, it sounds stupid at the start, but it's the start of it. And it will get more and more efficient where you won't need, they'll come up with some amazing stuff. So that was the thought I had, where it's like,
But these things where people go, well, the electric has to come from somewhere. They've got to burn coal to get the electric. Well, actually, we've just switched to fully renewable energy for my energy supplier in the UK. So all my energy for my house comes from renewable energy, wind power, hydropower, and everything. So that's what we've just switched to. So it's not all coal. It's not all gas.
But okay, listen. There's arguments against how much pollution it causes. It's to create those windmills and to maintain them and to transport them to where they need to go. And then when they break, it's like how much money they cost, and you have to make another one.
Of course, but there's got to be a transition to get to that point.
There has to be a transition. You're right.
So there's always bad before. Everything gets worse before it gets better. So you've got to make it better, and then once we get to total renewable energy in this country, then all of that energy that's powering your electric car is just coming from wind power or hydropower or something like that. So I honestly think it's a way forward. It's obviously the way that we're going to reduce climate change over the next 100 years. Cars are the biggest polluters. I mean, remember when you were a kid, and how much it's changed since you were a kid. There was only very few cars on the road, and you look at the figures, and it's like quadrupled the amount of cars on the roads.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
When you pass like with a place where they sell cars, what do they call that? I forget.
A car dealership.
Yes, thank you. I haven't been to one in so long. But you pass them, and it's like, why? There's so many cars. There's no way they're going to sell all those cars. But they obviously do something with them, because then they get the new cars in. So it's weird.
I'm interested to see what they do with the trucks, because I drive a truck, a big diesel truck, for a living. That's what I do for a job, and how are they going to transition those to battery power or something else? Is
maybe they won't. Maybe that's just the thing that will stay diesel, because it'll probably get cheaper because there's way more diesel than there is need for it. Yep. And that doesn't help you out at all, because you don't pay for your fuel.
No.
Right.
But we'll see what happens over the next decade. But I think electric cars. I love Teslas. Cool. I really like a Tesla. Well,
there we go. I think that we've run to the end of the podcast, the pre-pod number 8.
That's flown by, dude. Those 40 minutes have gone.
Yeah, we're trying to keep them about 40 minutes. I think that's the golden spot. I think when you get closer to an hour, it's like, ooh, that seems like a little bit too long for me to listen to. That's my impression of the viewers or listeners right now. That's gonna take a long time to listen to.
They've all turned off anyway. We're just talking.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, look, stay tuned. Next week we are going to be back for episode 9. At this point, every 3 episodes we're having a guest on. In this case, I am doing the guest. My wife will be on talking about some of the tech is hard problems that she faces on a day-to-day life.
That would be interesting to hear from a female perspective as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, first female on the. But I'm not going to get political, but I was like...
No, we're all inclusive here. Don't worry about that.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys. See you then. So,
Take it easy, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
Take it easy. I've gone the wrong way.
That's turning is hard.
Turning. Hashtag turning is hard.
Okay.